Hello, everybody, and welcome to the MLTV update for August the 28th. I can't believe it's August 28th already. Week 18, of course, week 18 has a lot of significance for teams because in the team playoff pictures are now been set. When you log on to the website, you'll see where you stand, and there was a lot of ties, and a lot of ties had to be broken by going back week after week after week to see who was leading, and I'll get into that in a minute. I just want to summarize briefly yesterday's action. We had Jack Hunt was our low net with a 28. Congratulations, Jack. I think he was playing a match yesterday, and I'm not sure he was successful against Keith Ritchie, but yeah, congratulations for being low net. Jared Coyle was low gross at 34, a little low, and with a lot of low scores yesterday. Um, we had two Eagles yesterday, one by Chris Byrne and one by David Woodhouse, both on number five. Congratulations, guys. Skylar O'Donnell and James Pilkington each had three birdies yesterday, which is also a great accomplishment. Um, Scoring was down. I don't know why. Conditions were great. I just don't understand. We only had 26 players with 20 or more points, and only 11 teams, I believe, had 41 points. 11 teams, yeah. 11 teams were 40 or better, and the highest score was 41. Four teams tied. In order to break the tie, I had to go to the third player, and then two teams tied there, and then I had to go to the fourth player, and Team Lockyer was victorious, so they're the top team from yesterday. We had a lot of double skins winner. That's two winners in each of the skins. Uh, Keenan Woods, David Woodhouse, each won $90 in the A skins. James Pilkington, Derek Allen, each won $80 in the C skins, and Norm Boucher and Steve Dickey won had each bet $50, or each had got $150 in the D skins. Congratulations, guys. So that's kind of what it was. Yes, it wasn't I wouldn't say a great scoring round. I was kind of surprised. I expected better scoring, but hey, that happens sometimes. What are you going to do? I'm going to summarize the team playoff picture now. We're going to go over that. Normally, I get Tyler to come on and do a playoff prediction. I could not. I got this done late, so I couldn't get him to do it. But I will get him to do it next week. We'll get into the playoffs here. I'm just going to share the screen and see where we stand now. I have a website or a spreadsheet with the team playoffs. It has the A team playoffs. I'll make this a little bit bigger. I think I can do that. Go to 200, see what happens. Yeah, there's A team playoffs, B team playoffs, C team playoffs. So to find out where you are, I have links on the website to take you to these spots. But what I'd use is this. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so you can see it. 150. There you go. So this has all for the A playoffs, who's playing each other. The numbers in the brackets are the seeding. So Team 20 Kada was the top seeded team. Team number two was Team Chapu, number nine. Team 16 was Team Boyle, Team eight, Team nine. Okay. So in B, these are the top teams, or these are the seedings for round one. And this is the top, these are the matches for round one in C. So but if you want to see the grid itself, you can click on one of these down here. If I want to see the A grid, that's what it looks like. The B grid looks like that. The C grid looks like that. But on the website, I put this. So let's take a look at and by the way, I had to go back sometimes to week 14 to break these ties. So it was a long struggle. I normally handicap the 8-9 seeds. So in the A category, we have eight Team 23 Coil, which has all the big players on it, and also some good players on Team 35 Chambers. That's going to be a good match. If and I'm going to give the edge to Team Coil. And there's only one reason I'm going to give the edge to Team Coil. They're a good team and they always score well, but they always show up. Yeah, I'm not so sure about Team Chambers. Yes, no, maybe. Team Coil, I know are going to be there. So Team Coil, I think you're gonna move on. And congratulations if you do, and hopefully we'll see. It's gonna be a good match. In the B, we have Team Elliott Riddell and Team Bowles. Oh, wow. This is another hard one to pick. Elliott wasn't here, I don't believe, yesterday. I'm not sure where he is. Again, it's who shows up. Chris Bowles is I believe, our B champion. Elliott Riddell, former club champion. They both have good teams, but I'm going to give the edge to Team Bowles on this one. So, Team Bowles, if you guys show up, should win. And finally, the 8-9 matchup in the C category, Team Basada, Team Medina. This is a toss-up. I'm going to go with Team 40, Team Basada. For no particular reason, I just don't know. This could go either way. Again, it always comes down to who comes out. So let's hope they have a good turnout. So those are the three predictions. Once you now the way it works is the top two players on your team, we take those players and we add their score together. So if you know, 20, 21 points and you got 41 points and the other team has 31 points, then you advance. The other thing you have to know, let's say Team Cada and Team Boyle tie. Maybe they score each 35 points. Team Cada moves on because they were the higher seeded team. That's the advantage of finishing higher in the season. You get to move on in case of a tie. You got to beat the champ. So there it is. Good luck to the teams. Round one is almost in the books, and we'll hopefully have a good playoff race. And I'll have Tyler doing these things next week. The other thing next week is the final week for the flight championships. So I've got on the website this particular page, and these are the top 4 players move on. Okay, so all these players next week, I don't know who's going to finish in the top 4, but you all have a chance to finish in the top 4. And in the B flight, you all have a chance to finish there, C flight here, and D flight here. Now, listen, what I'm going to do, sometime during the week, you'll get an email from me if you're one of these players. All I want to know, I'm going to give you the time of the event, which is going to be in 2 weeks. I'm going to give you the time of the event. I'm going to ask you if you're available to play at that time, should you qualify. I'm not going to say you qualified, but should you qualify, would you be able to play? Because if you can, I'm going to go to the next person on the list. Okay. So if you're, let's say, Keith Ritchie, and I say, Keith, you're playing at, would you be able to play at 4 o'clock, or no, kind of do it 4 o'clock? I'll probably do about 4 o'clock, 4:15. We have to get it in before it gets dark. So on the A1 is always higher. We always have a later time because most of the guys work. So I'm going to say, Keith, can you make that time? If he said, no, I won't be here, or whatever, I move to the next guy on the list. The B, C, and D times are between 11:30 and 12. So I'm going to, go to, well, Steve Aerosmith will be in England, so I'm not going to contact him. But let's say Charles Lapointe. I'll say, Charles, can you make 11:57 on 2 weeks from today, which I think is September 11th? And if he says yes, I'll put a little tick mark in. If he qualifies, then I'll contact him. Congratulations, you qualified, and we'll move on. So that's what you're going to get from me this week. This is where you guys stand. The whole picture is in week 18. If you click on that tab, it tells you everyone there. And just because I didn't highlight you doesn't mean you're not going to make it. If you have a fabulous week and you get a whole bunch of points, you could move ahead. So that's the flight championship. Next, all right. So I'm going to go back to my meeting. Do this. I'm going to go back to my meeting. I'm going to share something with you about the NGL. I had been publishing what I thought was close to the truth in the MGL. Tyler called. We had a big meeting yesterday, and he called me in. He said, these are the top players. I checked them with what I had, and they're not even close. I don't know why. There are a few that do correspond, but we checked some of the numbers. First of all, the reason and I've been warning you that I was using the men's league handicap they use your Golf Canada handicap. So that was one problem. Two, I cap everybody at 22 points. They don't. So when we looked at, a few of the scores, we checked them over. It looks like they were accurate. We came out with kind of a completely different list. And if you click on this national golf link on the website, you're going to get the same list that I got. And we believe the top 8 players. Now, in this case, it's going to be Charles LaPointe, Joey Giammarina, Fraser Smith, Jack Hunt, um, Ryan O'Neill, Will Loudon, Scott Baxter, and Jesse Giron. They're the top 8 right now. You're going to be contacted by us. And what it means is you're going to be given a package. There's a playoff. It's Summerlee in Montreal on October the 1st. That's a Tuesday. You're allowed to pick someone else from the league to go with you. It's a 2-man deal, and I think it's best ball. And so you're allowed to go. I will tell you there is a charge for that, but you get a dinner. So I think it's $125. It's all in the package. If you can't go, or if you just don't want to play in Montreal, although Summerlee's a nice course, I'll go to the next person on the list. I believe we're allowed to send 7, but these are the final standings. So we will be contacting you. We need an answer for that. And so wherever you finished here, you might, even if you finished 10th or 11th, you might get a chance to go. We're allowed to send, I believe, 8 players based on the size of the league. A couple of more things. We've got let me just get rid of this. Stop share, get my fixed pace on there. We've got to talk a bit. Just want to warn you, men's close is not far away. September 28th. Wow. Men's close. Going to be September next week. Got 4 more weeks. So yeah, it's coming up. As of this point, the format's going to be the same. 5-man RBC type scramble. We're going to try and get as many as we can. I think we have a limit of 180 golfers. We can't call it a banquet because you're all invited to come, whether you play in the event or not. I didn't charge you for the food or anything like that. You'd have to pay for your own meal. I'm trying to get the similar thing like chicken and ribs for about $35. So there will be a gathering after. I hope you come to the gathering, for crying out loud. I mean, we don't get together too much. We'll have competitions on that day. There'll be very few. We'll present the trophy for the winner of men's league, and the winner of men's league is going to be the winner of the person with the most points in of each of the 3 groups. So if right now that was Aiden Coyle, I think he's got 231. He's got the highest point total, so he would be leading at this point. So the winner of men's league, and I will guarantee you the prizes are going to be great because we have 30 top prizes, and we're gonna. I told Tyler we're gonna clean them up. So that's men's close. All right, my final talk of the day. I am sending you, there's a link on the website. I'm sending you in the email. Look, if you haven't filled out the survey, please fill it out. I need your feedback. I've got about 47. I want to get about 125 if I can. It only takes a minute. I've separated you into 2 groups of people who are 65 years of age or over as of January 1st of next year, and the ones that are under that. So I'm asking the same questions. I've given you 3 options. Take a few minutes and fill it out. I just need some feedback. It's kind of rounding out into a consensus here, but I'd like something more clear before I put a proposal before Phil, and we make a decision on next year's men's league. I would really like to accommodate those who really want to play the greens, and I think I can, even if it's a small number. I think I can, and I have a way of making it fair for everybody, so that they don't get a disproportionate amount of the prizes for the end of the year. So we'll work on that. Okay, so fill out the survey. I'm not asking a lot. I'm asking to do just a little bit for me. Just fill this thing out. There's a link in the email. There's a link on the website, so you can't miss. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. You know, I wish you all the best, and until next week, everyone, play well.